Hey, what's going on guys? My name is uLogic and welcome back to yet another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a plant that I cannot name for the life of me. Regardless of how much research I do, I cannot find any consensus among people. There's always disagreement. There's always more like this plant or it's more like that. And on top of that, the place that I got it from tells me that it's something even completely different. So we're going to dive into this, but for the sake of the video, we're going to be calling this plant the Satin Pothos. It's because that was the name that was given to me when I purchased it. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at this plant, go over some of the care tips. Then we're going to do a slight comparison to my golden pothos, which is pretty much different in almost every single way. All right, so when we're discussing the names of this plant, there are multiple names that people have for this plant. And nobody can really come to a consensus. No matter where I search, one person has one name for it, another person has another, and it just gets more confusing based on the fact that when you're dealing with plants, you're gonna have so many varieties for like particular plants and whatnot, and a lot of those varieties are gonna look like each other, just with slight variations that like you really need to look with attention to detail if you want to like differentiate between them. So some of the names that I came across when I was researching this plant include the Scindapsus Pictus. There's different varieties for this particular name. One is the Trebi, the other is the Exotica. Now the other two names that have been tossed around here and there include the Satin Pothos and then the Silver Philodendron. Now the Philodendron and the Pothos are very, very often mistaken with one another, so I completely understand why some people are in disagreement, because very often people make mistakes and they may mistake a Pothos for a Philodendron and then vice versa. And then to add to all this wildness, I purchased this plant from the cell, and the employee actually told me that this is a cross or a mix, a hybrid between the pothos and the philodendron. And she explained to me that some specimens of this are going to demonstrate some more philodendron-like qualities. Other specimens would demonstrate more pothos-like qualities, such as the vine-like growth of the pothos. You guys down in the comments can let me know which one do you guys think is correct for this plant. All right, now when it comes to care for this plant, based on my research, you generally want to avoid keeping it in bright direct light situations. It would normally do best in either medium light or bright indirect light. This is a low light capable plant, so if you don't have a window that emits a lot of light down to the plant, you're in luck. You know, everything's gonna be fine with this. You can still purchase this plant and you will still enjoy it. Now, light aside, when you're talking about watering, stick your finger in the soil, and if the soil is dry to the touch, then it is time to water. The reason why I avoid saying water it once a week or water it once every 2 weeks is because for everybody it may be different based on the humidity of where you're living, your environment, your room, the temperature, how hot it is, what season of the year it is. All these things are very important variables that change up exactly how you're going to want to take care of the plant. So for that reason, I generally try to stay away from recommending specific watering schedules. I believe that the same rule of thumb is pretty much going to apply for this plant, at least based on my research. All right, and then finally, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick comparison to the golden pothos. As you guys can see, one of the main differences between the satin pothos, or whatever you want to call it, and the golden pothos is going to be, one, the color temperature of the leaves. The golden pothos is leaning more towards a much more warm, like a yellow-green type hue, while the satin silver pothos is leaning more towards the cooler temperatures when it comes to green. So it's almost going to be like a minty green. Now, another big difference between these two is the style of variegation. One of the main differences in variegation is that with the golden pothos, the variegation is kind of more in splotches, is more like splattered across the plant, as opposed to with the satin silver pothos, you kind of have just a strike or like a line in the middle of the leaf, and then the variegation is going to be happening more so around that split. So that's one of the biggest differences. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. What's up with these names, guys? Like, give me some ideas in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. All right, guys, so that's it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you leave a thumbs up, especially if you like this guy below. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see any progress reports or updates on this plant. I will definitely be sending those out if you guys want it. And also let me know whether or not you're interested in picking up this plant or if you own this plant. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope that you enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace. Perfect.